What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sound of Football. Guys, we have a breaking news this morning. We do have a breaking news this morning on Bruno Guimarães and then a couple of other midfielders that Arsenal is trying to sign. The news are coming in thick and fast because signings needs to be coming in. The fans are currently not happy about this Morgan Rogers situation, right? He's going to Chelsea, so let's get into the breaking news. But before I go any further, please like and share this video. And please don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new to my channel. Thank you very much. Let's get into it. Yesterday, I did a video that I haven't posted yet about all the transfer rumors that Arsenal is linked to, all the players that Arsenal are trying to bring in and things like that. One of those players definitely was Bruno Guimarães. And now news have broken this morning that Arsenal have finally started club-to-club conversation, right? I'm just going to read this off right now so everybody can see it right now. Arsenal have begun direct talk with Newcastle to sign Bruno Guimarães. Arsenal had indicated through intermediaries they will be willing to offer about £60 million. It's more than 60 million for sure. Newcastle are likely to have a decision to make if Arsenal formally offer about £75 million. I've said it all along. I think it's going to take about 70 to 75 million pounds for Bruno Guimarães to come in. And I think that's the right price because he's a player that Arsenal need. Declan Rice is not going to be fit. I'm just going to say this, everybody knows this, he's not going to be ready before the season starts. So if you get him somebody like Bruno Guimarães, he can cover that. He can play your 6, he can play your 8, he can play that box-to-box role. He's not as pacey and powerful as Declan Rice is, but he can do a job. That's exactly the kind of midfielder we need. And obviously there was news that if we're not able to get Bruno Guimarães, we're going to go look at Manu Kone from Roma. I think Kone, for me, he can do that 6 role, but he's not Bruno Guimarães. What Bruno Guimarães offers more than what Kone does. And there are reports this morning that if Arsenal is not able to sign Bruno Guimarães, they're going to go in to go get Manu Kone. And there was even other reports saying that Arsenal is still in conversation or still looking forward to seeing if they can bring in Boadi. It's too expensive. The way Arsenal is spending pinching currently, they're not going to be able to sign Boadi. And of course, Boadi looks like he's going to end up at City. That's what everybody's thinking. That's the expectation because then they were having talks with Boadi's camp and clubs. So I don't even know why that deal is not done yet. But he's going to go to City, and now we're going to be left with either Guimarães or Manu Kone or the sort of news that broke out this morning that Alex Scott has refused a new contract at Bournemouth. Bournemouth is trying to tie him down. He has refused to sign that, and he has an £80 million. Asked for 80 million or more for him. 80 million pounds for Alex Scott. He's a good player. He's a very good player, and that's what it is. Every player in this current market comes with a higher price. Now, I don't understand what Arsenal is looking at. We have a valuation. Guys, our valuation is our valuation. The club that is selling have their own price. You want to buy a player, good player that is going to improve your team, you're going to have to pay high money, big money. Big money. So I'm really happy about this Bruno Guimarães news. We've been waiting for it, and I think it's the right time because I think he's still on vacation. He's not back yet at Newcastle. So before he's going back to Newcastle, he's probably going to say his goodbyes, but it's the right time. Hopefully this goes through because I don't see other midfielders you're going to bring in that is going to have a massive impact at the current situation that we have. With Declan Rice being out, David Zubimendi is not going to be back for until maybe a few weeks from now. So we really have nobody. We need a leader like Bruno Guimarães. He is the kind of guy you bring in. Yes, it's 75 million. Yes, I know he's going to be 29. And I've said this already. 29 years old for me, for that kind of money, money's too much, but that's the current price. That's the current price. So you're going to have to pay this money for these players, right? You want a player, go sign him. We've had sat around, we talked about this all back and forth. Morgan Rogers is now heading to Chelsea. Now everybody's saying, he's not good enough. Morgan Rogers is excellent. So this Bruno Guimarães deal, then our midfield issues going to be solved at this point. We have options there. We have loads of options. We still have Noga. We don't know what to do with it, right? We still have Luis Kelly. We still have Zubimendi there. Declan Rice is going to be fit again. We have Mikel Arteta that can play there as well. We have options. But Bruno Guimarães, he's going to fix that midfield situation, playing from the back into the midfield. He's a passer. He can pick up those long ranges. So I'm really happy about this news. 75 million, according to the report this morning, club-to-club conversation now. Finally, Newcastle is talking to us, and we are talking to Newcastle. That's what we needed to be doing. And of course, that Alex Scott, 80 million, he's a technical player, really, really good. He can do that Bruno Guimarães role, but I think he's more like a sitter. He's more like a Zubameni type of player, right? But with a little bit more power and pace to it. So if you bring him, if Guimarães doesn't work, then I think he's the guy you need to be bringing in. But I think Bruno Guimarães is going to work from this point. I don't see any club going in for Bruno Guimarães, right? Everybody's stuck in that midfield. United don't need another midfielder like him anymore. Liverpool don't have space for him. Chelsea's not. So the only place for Bruno Guimarães is Arsenal, and I'm really, really happy about this. I'm looking forward to it, right? I'm really looking forward to it. So we want to wake up tomorrow or the day after tomorrow and say Arsenal and Newcastle have agreed on terms, agreed a deal or something like that. So Alex Scott, Manu Kone, great player as well. He's young, 50 million, right? Perfect signing too for me if we cannot get Bruno Guimarães. And then before I end this stream, guys, I do want to also talk about Rafa Leao. Why are we not linked to Rafa Leao? I don't know. I do not know. We are linked to other players, we link with Monday. He's going to PSG. PSG want to sign in. Obviously, PSG are trying to make sure they see how much they can get in for Barcola. I think that's the whole plan. Get rid of Barcola first, sell Barcola, and then bring in Diamande. But Diamande at 19, Arsenal, obviously, they said Arsenal, we have entered, trying to find if there's a way for us to enter the race to sign Diamande for 93 million, which is 110 million euros. Guys, every player is expensive. Especially you talk about bigger clubs, Arsenal, we're going to pay money. We're going to have to pay money. So that's the situation we're dealing with here. Diamande, I'll take, right? Rafa Leao, for me, I'll take, I swear. And then, of course, the Nico Williams situation, who knows? Nico Williams is a good player, but too much injuries for me. And plus, does he want to leave Spain? I don't know, right? These Spain players, they want to stay in Spain. Most of them want to stay at these bigger clubs, Barcelona and things like that. Is he going to want to leave? He has a £77 million release clause in his contract. Yes, you can activate the release clause, but now you got to convince the player and his wages, and you don't know how he's going to adapt to the league. It's all risky stuff. That's why I was really disappointed that we somehow, somewhere, we think Morgan wages is too much money. Yeah, he offers you more. He's going to be a better player than this Nico Williams and even Barcola that we're talking about. Yeah, Barcola is an out and out left winger, but we don't know what he's going to bring to the league. The league is different. He doesn't play, in a league where teams are set up every weekend. Low block, no space. He doesn't play that. He doesn't play in the team like that. He plays for a team where there's so much room for him to run and attack this and that. But in the Premier League, every team that plays Arsenal just play low block, right? So for me, Morgan Rogers would have been perfect, but it didn't happen. I don't want to be going on about it back and forth, because I was really annoyed about it. But that's done. We'll focus on who we can get, right? And of course, if Bruno Guimarães comes in, that will rest the nerve for most of us, for most of Arsenal fans that I know. It will make us feel better a little bit because at least we got the target in that we wanted. This is our target. We brought him in. That will make things a little better. And now we can focus on left wing. We need a left winger. We need one. I don't care who we're going to go get. It can be Diamande, it can be Barcola, but we need one now at this point. And those are the only two targets out there. I don't know what other target people are talking about. It's two. Diamande, Barcola, maybe Nico Williams. That's a problem for me. We don't have too much options. I know there's news this morning that we were linked to Nico Goetz from Ajax. He's a good player, but he's not at that level yet. Right? So it's big news this morning, guys. It's really big news on Bruno Guimarães. I'm happy about this. Hopefully, we don't go in and start penny pinching. We'll put 75 million. We'll say, Newcastle, can you take 75 million? If that's the case, pay the money. Move on. Take the player. Focus on something else. But yeah, guys, that's the breaking news this morning. We're all looking forward to having an Arsenal. I think he's going to transform our midfield. I think about having Declan Rice, Bruno Guimarães, and Odegaard. Guys, it's scary stuff. Two of the most powerful pound-for-pound midfielders in the league in one team. I don't know, man. It's terrifying for a lot of teams that are going to be playing Arsenal next season, especially in the middle of the pack. We're going to be so good there, right? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for signing. Thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you for watching my videos. Please leave your comment below how important Bruno Guimarães is going to be to Arsenal this season. And is this signing going to be one of the reasons why I think we're going to retain the title? Because I don't see no team in the league that is going to be able to beat us to the Premier League again this season. So let me know down in the comment. All right, thank you very much. Bye.